Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another Marine ECM, this time working on a 200 Jet Drive PCMBE0101. These are from 2001. I mean, actually, can start from 1999 to up to 2003. That PCMBE0101. That's a Mercruiser computer. It's used across from 496 to 200 Jet and not Barado, sorry. Direct injection and so on. All right, so the customer concern where he wants this is in a Seadoo. He sent me this to see if it's any good a computer or if it needs to be repaired. All right, so his name is Barry. Barry from New York. Barry one from New York. So I'm gonna move his information because it's there. So I have the computer connected as you see right now. Everything is on my diagnostic equipment, and I have you pumping main power relay, but I want you to see this because it's cycling. I cannot establish communication. So this is going to be a short test. I'm going to try to perform. And this is the only way that I can do with this computer. You see that right there? It's cycling. So I have everything connected. Computer is ready to be running, but it's not. So I'm going to try to establish communication. And this one, you go over to outboards in Diacom. Let's say, if this is your landing page where you can see Mephi was in 4, Mephi 1 and 2, 4, sorry guys, early in the morning. You go over to the bottom and where it says Mercury boards, you double click there and now opens the rest of the menu and now you can click OK. You select whatever you're working on, right? So I'm trying to connect. ECM is not responding. This computer was really dirty with a lot of corrosion, broken screws. I have a frame that I'm going to replace. It's a used frame that I have from, computers that were deemed not repairable and abandoned in here. But this frame for that one will be good, and I can actually put all the bolts back if at the end I can repair this computer. So what I was trying to say, when I have a computer like this that is not communicating and is cycling and everything, I need to repair it. I cannot just, I call you, says, this is going to cost you this much because right now I'm in a limbo mode, let's say, because I need to try and attempt the repair until I can get the computer back to talk. If that is possible, then okay, the computer is already done. I can definitely, keep replacing capacitors and other things that I always do when I fully repair a computer. But I need to fix the problem. So it's very hard sometimes to just do a test. Yes, I can do a test right now. I know the computer is not working, but is it repairable? This is what I'm going to. So I need to establish that. So I need to try to repair it. And then in the case I repair it, then it's done. You know what I mean? All I needed is to just finish the repairs with, capacitors and so on. But the computer is now ready to run. I'm just not going to leave a 2001 computer with, all capacitors and diodes and so on. All right, but that is for the customer. I also want to show that is the computer part number so he can see that that is indeed his. As you see, that is from 0320 2001 and the computer is a PCM BE0101. This is very faded, but this in here says 200 jet drive. All right, so again, cycling, cycling, cycling. And when I first connected, actually, it didn't even come on. Let's see if that is the case. You see right now, I powered it on, no main power relay, no fuel pump. And then eventually it will come on, at least to cycle that, but it's not running. No communication, so this is definitely needs to be repaired. I'm just going to leave it in there because sometimes this you see right there and it also throws like all the injectors like a 0.01, so like almost trying to apply the injectors as well. So this is very dangerous because it's applying all the injectors at the same time. This can blow an engine, right? So I'm going to just stop in here. As far as the amperage, we can also see it's very low. It's only 15 or so, 150 milliamp, right? 0.014 of 1.5. So very low amperage. The computer is powering up, but not fully. So I'm going to try to contact Barry and see if he wants to proceed with the repairs. And if he does so, I'm going to stop here and I'm just going to make one video coming back with the computer fully working or with the results. All right, guys, I talked to Barry. He approved the repairs. I want to show you because I spoke to him and I said, you will see the video when everything is ready and you will see how the computer was. So, but I wanted to show you guys also as well. So I have a donor where, I use bracket that I'm going to use on his computer because his is all broke bolts into one side. Let me note this information. So
You can see the screws, the holes, the cover, they're all on one side completely broken up, and we have the corrosion. You can see all the corrosion in here. The other ones on the other side, they're fine, but I mean, I cannot, seal the computer properly and tight it down because, vibration will open up the cover eventually if you don't have the screws to hold the cover. So this is a used bracket. I mean, this is in perfect condition. I will have to, remove the silicone and everything and seal it back. But I wanted to show you how the computer looked when it came here. So before we go into the repairs, you can see, these areas all corroded, all corrosion, and this is now looking completely different. And you can see that in there now, nice and clean and no silicone. I remove everything. All right, so let me close this one. This is the side of the computer where you can see the same names or everything they have on the back, where it was no screws at all. All right, so in the other side, like I said, really dirty, and the 4 screws, the bead came off, and the bracket for the connector for diagnostics, and that's in the boat. All right, so that is just the way that computer look. I also wanted to show, let me just go here, how the connectors looked, because I went into the microscope. Now this is all cleaned up. You can see here, I hope that you can see that hand movement on this side, corrosion. We got corrosion and grease everywhere. I took a closer one so we can see more of the green crusties. That's how I always call them. That's in connector A. This is connector B. In the center was only one pin, but we can see, corrosion and debris inside the connector. That's no good. And that is connector C with multiple pins full of corrosion and the dielectric grease, which at the end is not bad. But right now the computer is repaired. So, and you will see, I haven't taken the picture, but now the connector looks like brand new. All pins are clean, no more corrosion, everything is working well. All right, so let's go over to Diacom. So I'm going to start Diacom as like I have not connected to it. I know that it's running good, but I'm going to start from scratch. So again, if you are on the other side and this is where you see, you're going to click on Mercury on boards, and then you select the system. Computer is soft right now, so I want you to see the main power and the fuel pump. You see that M prime, so that is very good sign. All right, so we're going to establish communication and immediately populates the communication. So we have available power 6%. Why is 6%? Well, because if you see the start coolant temperature is in 230 degrees. So I haven't even adjusted that. So let me try to move those temperatures because they sometimes are different. I have these, it's a generic connection, let's say, because I use it for other computers, so the wires are not always on the same location, but the temperature sensors are. So that's the coolant temperature for me. The coolant temperature, as you can see, as soon as I bring that down, now I have a better percentage. It's still showing like 75% oil, and this is because this is a direct injection computer. It's just normal. Everything else looks good. I don't think this has CPS2, it doesn't. All right, so let me erase the fault codes because obviously we have now set fault codes. All right, so now that we erase that, I still got 75%, but let me, okay, I got some RPM. Let me see if I can run this. And yes, it's now in 390. I'm going to put it in like 650, 630. But yeah, we see the injection, we see the computer going, and it's going to run for a little bit and then going to default because this is again a direct injection engine, and I don't have all the injectors and everything connected. And I do that on purpose. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You see how we have now like 8 injectors? Well, this is not an 8 injectors because some of them are direct and some of them are regular injectors, so the computer is not seeing what it's supposed to be seeing, and it's now killing injectors going into leave mode. So as soon as I erase the fault codes, they come back. You'll see that immediately, and that is fine. So it's nothing wrong. I am able to run the computer perfect. It's not a problem. This is a part of my test, and I want to make sure, and I stress this strongly, because sometimes customers, oh yeah, my bike, I saw in your video the injector's cutting out. I'm like, I'm doing a test myself, so this is not that is anything wrong. If it's anything wrong on the computer, I will immediately say it on the video. If it's something that needs to be correct, I always put them on my video. So yes, don't use my testing to say that you saw something. I mean, it could that I have missed something. If you see a pit, oh my, I was looking in the pits, and I saw that a blood pressure went from 5.93 to 0 when you were running the computer. Is that normal? That's not normal unless I am changing it, because I had the blood pressure in here. Let me just change that. What is it? Right here. You see right now that blood pressure that was in 5 something, I right now have it on 22 or so, and that is completely normal. Again, this is a completely controlled environment because I'm doing a test. But now the computer is fully operational and is running great. All right, so I just wanted to share all this information with you and with Barry. Computer is ready to go. I just need to seal it back and then clean the bracket, the new bracket that I'm going to use, bracket, and then send back to him. All right, guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.